Ghost Plays, guys. We're going to be working on the map today. Getting things expanded, getting things to grow. Obviously some more road work done. I'm still going to be working on the right lane of Expressway 44. Also working on another set of roads. Getting more bridges put in. Basically getting the map set up to where as soon as I'm done with this industrial district, I can move on to the next. And now since I've learned so much more yesterday on, you know, meshes and stuff and boundaries and obviously the collision, understanding of how I can make things a little bit better, it's going to be pretty exciting. If you guys are new to my streams, don't forget to head over to every social media, the YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch. Make sure you hit every one of those up and give it a good thumbs up and subscribe, follow. Let's get our social medias up and running, especially TikTok, guys. If you go to TikTok, ghostplayzyt18 is me. You're gonna notice a lot of content on there. I'm on there. Let's get that to 1,000 so we can go live on TikTok and expand our community even further. Whew! Without further ado, guys, let's get into it. Voila! So I've been working so far today. I got this bridge in. It's the same as this bridge. It's just being finally modified to my standards. I still have a lot of this work to do, as you can see. I don't understand why this is the same. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. That's why. This whole entire wall needs to be moved on both sides. So I'll do that in a minute if I'm done getting the barriers up. Yes, as you've seen here, I finally got the ramp done. So as you can see, we're gonna get there. It's a matter of time, eh? Obviously, the biggest improvement is gonna be this bridge that's gonna connect this side. So you're not just gonna have a bridge here; you'll have a bridge here as well. Because that's really the on-ramp bridge. That's what this really is. You know, yes, traffic can go through it, but this is just another means for people to get through. Ba-dee-ba-dee-ba-doo. Don't panic. I know what I'm doing. Keep that one. I know that there's more pieces, so. Hello, everybody. Don't forget to comment within the comments section if I can know who you are and where you're from. See, you don't belong here. As I said, you know, it will be tedious work, but we should get a lot of it done today. Don't have to stress it. Alright, so let's get back to this wall here. Is it this wall? No, it's not. This wall. There we go. Get that done.
Stop that.
Your boy just got out of the shower and I got fluids building up in my ears, so I gotta make sure I dry them out. You don't need an ear infection, Mr. Ghost. And boy, oh boy, is this facing the wrong way or what? This whole entire block is literally. I don't understand why it's like this. It just goes wonky sometimes. Alright, there we go. Crack my neck in 55 different places. I'm leaving that one there for a second. Yeah, I should flip it though, just to get it in the right position. Stupid autosave. There we go. It's the same thing with this one here. There we go. It's a lot of work, everybody. It's a lot of work. Alright, so moment of truth. So we need to stretch this down just a little. Alright. 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 Alright, let's make these give us the ability to where's the Alright, let's give it a and there we go. The first guardrail is done. So we'll mesh these and call it rail. We'll take this and these, and it's getting there. A lot better than where I was the other day, and slowly but surely getting there. I figure if I can get the road done today and start, it has to curve somewhere up here, get on the freeway, the expressway bridge, and I'm going to expand this. I've already remade the map 4 times. This is my 4th map. Map number 3 will be used for a different city that you're going to teleport to. This map will pretty much stay the same, besides for natural. Oh yeah, you know, obviously, like, I'm still learning. For example, somebody yesterday taught me about collisions. So for example, this is all one facade. So if I group this, this is all one facade. And you would think you would crash into this, but watch this. Let me bring it to a separate studio. And I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. It'll be a little bit easier to show you than to say it. So you see how we have a building here. Normally, in my old builds, I couldn't do it like this because I would have what's called barriers. Couldn't go in the building, couldn't really walk this way. Things were just being blocked. So now this young kid showed me something called within the properties, something called the collision physics. What was that? See now, see how I can't go through? But now my entire building can be designed inside and out. There's no barriers. And it's simply because this kid told me in the property tag underneath this, precise convex something. No, it's a full mesh. It's a full mesh. So instead of me exporting, for example, some of my buildings were had like 5, 6 facades, I got it all down to 1. And that opens up so much possibilities of me having less data within my map, and my map could look, even with a union, you can actually do the same exact thing. I just prefer meshes over unions because I get to put my texture inside the properties. See, with unions, you're not allowed to do that yet. And I've had problems with unions. Some builders don't, but I've had problems with it. So I just did this building yesterday, basically breaking it down from many meshes down to a few. This building will be next. I go to Google and I look for the right texture. Usually I'll type in, it doesn't have to be a PNG. I'll just type in, let's say brick texture seamless, and you have to play with it because sometimes you will get one that will tell you it's seamless, but you could tell it has seams. For example, this one right here is a building you can't really go into because I still have to, there's a facade here and there's a facade here. So now, and within this other part of the building there's another facade. So I'm learning. And this is actually a real paper mill company, by the way, guys. I could have done the most basic paper mill company, but I kind of like that name. Why you're housing there? This is GMA Motors, not GMC. General Motors of Astoria. So, for example, this is another prime example of me having all these walls, okay, and these are all different meshes. Let me work on this building real quick and I'll show you. I wasn't either. You know, it's just like I'm pretty good at building, but my skills in the beginning were basic. I could build really good, but I didn't know how to condense down the model to where it looked better. It was more seamless. Matter of fact, hold on. I'll show you my previous build. Alright, let me open this. Go here. There you go. This is how I used to build. Still detailed, looked pretty good, but compared to where I was before, nah. I'm a lot better. A lot better. And now you look at my buildings. So it takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of practice. Yeah, you know, yeah, so it's always going to look good. But the more I learn about meshes, unionization, textures, you know, even with scripting, I'm still learning.
Dad.
What?
Can I close the door? Because I'm going to watch the video.
Yeah, go ahead. Alright, so. Oh, that. I don't know why the H that popped out like that. Okay, let me grab the wall folder and just copy it. Paste it. Okay, so now I have all of these walls. Okay, there are 10 walls. I'm going to export it. Go to documents. This is not fully open yet. I'm going to go to facade. Okay. Let it export. And this is something that Snowy Peas Paws taught me yesterday. Alright, so I'm going to open this up. Now you get to see the building, correct? It's still only 3,534. Okay, so I really don't have to use, where is that? This importer, which, let me insert a mesh. Let me lock this actually. Alright, there we go. So now we have the same building, okay? And if my building's bigger than this, I can make it even smaller. Like, I have an issue with this side, as you could see. But look, I can't. But here, I can go through. So now, what I'm gonna have to do though, yeah. So now what I need to do, I need to fix it. Give me a second. I have to fix it. Yes. So with that error, it's usually because whenever you export a part, I'm going to give you a little advice. Never export that part as a plastic. Because the second you export your part as a plastic instead of a slate or a concrete, it creates this little issue, which does not match up to the rest of the building. So what I'm going to do, go back to this. I'm going to okay, but I actually need to redo it. Hold on. Export. Where's facade? Go back. And this is not one of my earlier models either. So now I have that texture. But doesn't matter because I already screwed up the mesh. So what I usually do, you could either go here to fix it and check if that does it. Sometimes that will not fix it. Just let's see if this will be fixed. I'm going to leave this one here. Let's see if it fixed it. Voila. It fixed it. So now we can delete this. I can get rid of that. Now I still have a problem. I can't go inside the building. So this young guy taught me, if you go all the way down to where it says collide, if you click that, you could go through the building, but then you could walk through the walls. Don't want to do that. Go to the default, set it to precise. Now watch what happens. I still have the wall, but I can go in the building now. And this will save me so much data to where when I start building my buildings for you guys, certain buildings could be accessible and you guys can actually go into them. And that's why I'm very thankful, because as I said, I'm not perfect, but I'm still learning. And let's say if you have a facade wall that is greater than 10,000 and you try to import it the way I did it, you could utilize this tool at plugins called Mesh Importer and just play with it. Because you might find, you know, a part with 30,000 triangles instead of 3,000, it might mesh very fine. But then you might go get one that has 60, 70,000 triangles that might actually look like it completely had a seizure and completely mixed all up. Because I believe the paper mill building over here was around 40,000 all together. So, as I said, I'm learning. Now I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna group it, make sure I drop this. Hey, Mr. Me, how you doing? So now I just got to transform it back to its original position, delete all those 10 walls, and now I got one wall. Now here's my biggest test, what I really want to test with this. I'm going to take the roof, meow meow. Okay, so now I have, I don't want to do it that way. I want to see how much my one trim is. Export. And I'm going to type in that. It's definitely a lot, because as you can see, it's taking a while to export it. There we go. Now let's go to import. Roof trim. Did I break the studio? There it is. So now you have all these meshes, okay? I'm gonna go here. That's way too much. But I wanna see if I can merge it. Because it's right now 354,824 for the polygon count. The issue is though, as you can see, it's starting to really, but let's just import it and see what it does. Nope. So it failed. So let's open it up. Grab this one, 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 which is 9. So I'm going to grab these first 9. I'm going to take the texture out. Because sometimes exporting it with the texture can add on a lot of polygon counts as well, which is stupid. But it's okay. Alright, so now we have this. Let's export it. It's the same thing. Probably gonna be a high count as well. Alright, so now, see, this is what I'm talking about, your triangles, your polygons. You see these little triangles, guys? So let's see how much this is. 83,000. Let's see if we get lucky. I don't think we're gonna get lucky, but we'll see. Went a lot quicker than I normally thought it would. Let's anchor it. Singletary mesh, inverted negative faces. It might do it. But there's a problem. Now do you see what I'm saying? It literally looked like the entire damn thing had a seizure. So I'm gonna get rid of. So that's always the hardest one to actually play with when it comes to this building. Alright, so these are 29s. These are 7s. Appreciate the follow, my friends. What I'm going to try to do is get rid of all of these. And just go like that. Because you're not really going to see much of the roof. But let's just see what this does. And it's a lot of playing with it, you know, and sometimes certain buildings are going to take a little extra time to build. So now, 26,000. If I go the normal way of importation, it's not going to work. So let me group this, flip it, and see if I can get 2 in. Oh, that freaking felt great. Let's see if we get lucky with this. Alright, so we're at 53,000. The odds are it's going to give us the same error, but I'm okay if I have to reduce it down just to 1 here. Yep, same error. Okay. So let's just go with this one. Roof trim. Roof trim. Go to the file, 26,000. There we go. Group it. Bring it over, just voila. There you go. Now you have to figure how many pieces are on one side. 25, 30, 40 pieces, and if I could reduce that down to only 3 or 4, that saves a lot of data. So that is your primary goal because you're only allowed a certain amount of data. Ha. Back over to this file. Just want to see exactly what my data would look like. 152,000. Holy shitnik. Probably going to be the same, to be honest, because these are very detailed meshes of mine. So it definitely kicked it down a lot. So let me grab this one, niche one. Alright, what I want to do, drag these down just a little. Drag this out just a little. There we go. Oh, no. Get rid of that one. Alright, where the hell is this other small one? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I need that one. There we go. Hopefully it doesn't have no seizure. Yep, it did. So, get rid of these. So what I'm gonna end up doing is just going like this. Because you're not gonna be able to see it from the ground. And it's still gonna look pretty epic. Okay. Plug in importer. Okay, so now we grab this. Get the right distance. So now we went from all these meshes not worried about that yet. I'm gonna have to flip this one. And there we go. So we went from about 50 meshes down to 3. Now you understand why sometimes it's good to play with it. And you can get, now my roof looks 10 times better. So this part's done. How many? I gotta stop leaving like 8 million of these open. So 34 down to 3. That's huge. That is a big difference. Really? Stupid middle trim. So now let me open this. grab my texture. Let's see what it looks like. See? Still looks good, you know? I'm gonna get rid of that because that's already knocked down as one. Alright, so we get rid of all this. So now I have all my corners. Alright, so that can get dropped into the straight pile. Come over here. It's time consuming, you know, going back and fixing everything, but it's worth it at the end. Alright, so go back to my plugin. Hopefully this isn't too high. Yeah, 40 is not gonna work, so let's do these two. These two. Wait, how many were there? Let's see what these look like. Might work. Let's see what it looks like. Oh. Welcome everybody. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. So that was a lot better. So what I'm gonna do, because I'm a crazy SOB, I want to see what it'll look like if I reduce it down to 1. Because if that did that, the odds are this one won't go crazy. Okay, let's. Yep, see, it did. Which is crazy, you know. It's 1 extra. Let's see how it is. That's okay. I got this. should. So it had a seizure. Okay. But nobody likes it anyway. So these two can be one. These two can be one.